number 2 of your Fit Body series using our resistance band. This one too, we'll use a bit of a chair if you need to, just to hold on to. Grab yourself a chair and grab yourself your bands. If you don't have your bands, totally fine, jump in, I'll pop a link so you can grab yourself some. So let's get started, let's get that body nice and warmed up. So let's think about that Pilates stance, let's think about pulling through that core. We're going to really fire up those glutes, fire up those leg muscles today, hip muscles, you're going to feel fabulous and hopefully you can still keep moving. But don't worry, we'll stretch it out at the end. I'm just rocking through those feet, getting myself centered. Something about lifting up through the head, pulling in through the core. Let's go for 3, 2, and last one, drop those legs down. Just give me a nice big hip open here. Just opening up those hips. Might be first thing in the morning for you, might be feeling a little stiff. So we want to open up those hips. Nice big circles around. Let's go for 3, 2, and last one. So let's get on into it. So I'm actually going to use my medium band today, but I encourage you to go along, start lighter and increase up. So we're going to bring that band around those ankles. So they're just nice and tight. Let's just start with a little bit of walking back and forth. So I'm just going to squat down and walk with those bands. Forward of my mat and back of my mat. Just warming up my body. Think about core pulling in. The legs are staying nice and wide. As I hit to the side and hit back. So walk it forward. Keep those feet tracking at the side. So kind of get a bit of heart rate up today and bring it back. Walk it forward. And hit and walk it back. Let's come to the side this time. Let's shuffle it side to side. Tapping in, working those inner outer thighs now, getting those outer glutes firing up. You can do a little bit of dance moves as you go. I'm not, yeah, that's my dance move. Tap it back and bring it back over. I'm just tapping here. So I'm keeping the tension on the band the whole time. You don't want to come in too close, then you lose that tension. But I'm already feeling my glutes awakening right here. Let's give it 3, 2, and last one. Take it across and come meet me at your chair. So with the chair, it's actually going to have it just a little bit in front of you. So it's just nicely there. So this is just a nice little low chair. Now I'm thinking about inhaling, exhaling, drawing up to the head, leaning into that chair. So my weight's in the sleeve. If you don't want to use a chair, you can just do it here. Or you can use a chair. So you're thinking about pulling up and pushing that out. So right here, I can feel that side of leg working. That side leg is working. Whew. It is on fire already for me. That's it, so driving out to that heel and push. That's it, let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it out there, little pulses in that end range. Gotta love those little pulses. Ain't Pilates, it ain't some pulses. That's it, push it out. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it there. Swing the leg to the back, slight bend that front knee. Come slightly pitch forward and lift here. So I've got that slight pitch on my body, I'll come side on for you. So core is in and I'm lifting here. I'm tapping that toe and lifting. So here, think about that core, think about my hips staying square and lifting that leg. There you go, so I can see you. So push back. Whew. The standing glute, can feel it. That's it. So tap up and down. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold at the back, little pulses up, really push through. Oh my goodness, my glute. Push through. That's it. So I'm just not putting that foot down, but a nice little point. Core is in, shoulders away. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rush it around the front. So now, come a little slight turn down the spot, slight turn down the spot. So if I was standing here, this is what my legs would look like. In that nice little turned out position. First position and lift up. So that inner thighs and quad is working here. So lift up through that head and lift that leg. Think nice and tall. Really push against that band. So I can kind of go here if I want, and that's not much is happening. And push in, push in. That's it. Get that end range right there. Let's go for 3, 2, 1. Hold there. Make sure you're not locking this knee and push out here. That's a nice little point. That's it. I can feel it through. My lower abs are working right here too. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and bring it back into it. Nice little wide pulse here. We're going to squat down and lift up. So now driving through the heels and pushing up. Drive through the heels and push up. There's a nice little release off those glutes. Bring it down, little pulses here. That's it. So So my legs are nice and wide with that band. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and squeeze out. Bring it down again for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold here. Going to run those ankles. One lifts up, the other lifts up. Now to go here, you can use your chair if you need to balance. I'm trying to keep that chest nice and upright. Glutes are going back like I'm sitting on a little chair. I'm just running those ankles. Got that resistance band on, so it feels a little different. Let's go for 3, 2, 1. Sink it down, lift up. Bringing the chair across to the other side. Put my arm on my bands. There we go, so the chair's here. Once again, feel yourself going to that weight and then lift up. So you want to use those obliques right here. I'm using those obliques to lift up. I can bring my hands on my hips if I like, instead of using the chair. Whatever feels comfortable for you. Just listen to your body. So I'm really lifting through here. Feeling that side. You can flex the foot or point the foot. Just whatever feels comfortable for you. It's nice to mix it up. That's it. So I'm going to flex and push. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it out there. Little pushes up. Really working that side oblique. That's it. Working it in our thighs. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it there. Point it to the back. Slight bend in that knee. Feel that slight pitching forward of the body. So slight bend in that knee, pitching forward, tapping down and lifting to the band. Won't lift anymore. That's it. So push through that band. This is working that upper glute now. That's it. So it's going to start strengthening your lower back. So make sure that core's in, protecting that back, using that core. Breathe in and breathe out. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the top. There's little pulses in that top range. Push through. That's it. Push through the burn. You can do this. The results are at the end of the workout. You've got this. Your mind wants to give up before your body can really push through. That's it. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Swivel it around the front, slightly turned out and lift. And lift. So think of it being nice and tall here. A little ballerina if you like. And lift up. That's it. Bring your arm out. Breathe in. Do what you please. Just enjoy the workout. Whatever you have to do to get through it. That's it. I think talking lots helps me get through it. So pushing and activating through that quad. Yes, I jibber jabber the whole way through. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold out those little pulses. Push through. Push through. This pulse is always hard, eh? Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Step out nice and wide. Feet slightly turned out back in that nice little plie squat right here. I can feel the tension on that band. Plieing down. So once again, I'm trying to think about tailbone. Can be straight down to the ground. I can lift my toes up so I'm driving through the heels. That's it. Push the knees out to the side. So the bigger the stance, the harder it's going to be. You can always add some weights in if you want to make it more challenging. You're more than welcome. I thought I'd better not because I might not be able to talk because I'll be too busy trying to breathe. That's it. Bring it down. You can bring the arms up and down. Let's try that. Up and down. Squeezing those glutes. Let's go for 3, 2. Last one. Hold it down. Hold the arms up. Lift both ankles up and down. So now I'm really pushing against that resistance band. Don't worry, they're not going to snap. I feel like mine is. It's not going to snap. They're strong. Just like you. Roll the toes down. Core is in. If you need to balance, you can use a chair right here. That's it. Let's go for 5, 4, 3. Make sure you're pushing through those flat of the feet equally. 2, 1. Hold up the little releve, little pulses. So I've got my little kitten heels on, not my big stilettos. And I'm pulsing it out here. Bring the arms to the front. That's it. Pulse it out. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it there. And bring it up. That hold is mean, isn't it? Let's bring it in. Let's switch to a slightly heavier band now. So I'm just going to bring that one down and go to the next level. Because I can do a little bit heavier when it's around these thighs. So from here, I'm going to be nice and parallel. I'm kind of doing an angle for you so you can see. I'm going to squat back, lift up. Squat it back, lift up. So I'm tracking right here. That's it. Squat back, squeeze up. The more you get that booty out the back, and then squeeze right here. That's it. Sink it down. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one, sink it down, little pulses here. So once again, my weight is in that heel, sinking through there. I'm lifting up through the core, still working my abs. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, hold. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, squeeze out, a little releve here, little break, a little releve. Coming through those feet, roll the shoulders down, check in with yourself, catch your breath back. Inhale, exhale out. Now stay up in that little releve, remember kitten heels, and sink down, sink up. So I can't really, this chair will move a little bit more. If you've got more of like a window sill, you can sink yourself back a little bit more. So my aim is, I'm trying to sink back, squeeze up, sink back, squeeze up. That's it, sink it back, squeeze it up. Let's go for 3, 2, and last one, hold down these little pulses. I'm trying to sink back a little bit more, get to those glutes, sink a little lower. Nice work, breathe through. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold here. Drop the heels, lift the heels. Drop the heels, lift the heels. Drop, and that's it. Drop the heels, lift the heels, drop the heels. Oh, those quads are burning. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop the legs back to the squats. That's a hard. That's it, bitch. I don't know you, but my legs are burning. Let's do one more round of those. That's it, sink it back, lift up. And then we'll go to the mat for some Pilates, glutes and booty. That's it. So a real glute and booty workout this one. Sink it back, lift up. Once again, if you want, you can hold hand weights. You can add a heavier band. So make it more challenging each time. That's it, this time sink it down, those little pulses right here. Pulse it out, sinking back. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it there. Sink a little lower. Sink a little lower. Pelvic tilt in and pelvic tilt. Pelvic tilt. Did the last video too. Let's do it this time too. And back. Oh, squeezing those abs and mobilizing that lower back. Let's go for 3, 2. Last one, sink it down. Lift up, lift up. Oh, you can really feel that in your core, can't you? That's so good. That's it, lifting up nice and strong. Roll the shoulders down. Think about those abs. Let's go for 3, 2, 1. So little pulses in the top range, those little releves. Just burning up that calf. Giving yourself a little bit of a break off those legs. Just being, not really off the legs, it's the glutes. There we go, little raises. Make sure you're not rolling out to the side. You're nice and pushing equally through your feet. Pilates is teaching you to become aware of your body. What is it doing? What is it telling you? What do you want it to do? Let's go for 3, 2, 1. Hold there. Sink it back. So we're in that little releve again. Tiny little releve as we go up and down. That's it. Up and down. Sink back with the glutes. Squeeze up with the glutes. Down and up. That's again, nice mobility. Through those legs. Pushing on the band. Don't let the band let your knees drift down. The aim is to be pushing and resisting that band. So really use that band to switch on that big glute muscle. Let's go for 3, 2, and last one, breathe down. Hold it here, little pulses. See if you can sink back a little bit more. Get that body upright a little bit more. And that little releve. That's it. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold there, push out in the band back in. Whew! I suddenly kind of felt like my legs were going to disattach from my body. That's it, bend it out and then push. Push on those bands. I'm just butterflying the legs out and in. That's it, sink down a little lower. Still up in that little releve as well, don't forget. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold out on that push. Little pulses here. I'm pushing my knees out and pulsing. And releve. And holding my abs in, rolling my shoulders back and breathing. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop the heels, lift up. Whew. Walk that out. That was hard. You can put your chair away if you need to. That's it. Done with the chair, done with the balancing if you need it. When you come to the top of the mat, roll it on down. You're going to come down to that little all fours position. My pinkies are hitting the side of the mat. I'm going to push up through that scapula and lengthen through the hip. Tuck those toes. Draw up through the core. So in that nice little box position right here. I'm gonna inhale, exhale, hover, like someone's slipping some paper underneath my knees. Inhale, exhale, and bring it back down. So I'm just engaging the core. So we're not here, core's engaged. Back is nice and long. So push through those arms. Inhale, exhale, a little hover. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and bring it down. One more time now that we've got that nice and strength, we're gonna add in a move. Inhale, exhale, hover here. Now I'm gonna push those knees out and in like we were just doing before. We're gonna do a second set of them. That's it, pushing the knees out. So the lower you can keep the knees, the harder it's gonna be. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it in. Relax the back on those glutes. Inhale, exhale out. Inhale in, exhale all the way out. That should be hard on those glutes. Let's rock it around. Come into our nice little side line right here. So we might lengthen it down because it's probably going to be easier with that band. So I slightly pitch my feet forward so I can see my twitty toes. Now I've got the heavier band on, so I've just left it above my knees. If you're using a lighter band, you can bring it to your ankles. So you can just test out which one, or which day you want to do which one and swap around. So here I can use a heavier band because it's above my knees. I'm going to point up, pull the legs down, point up, pull the legs down. So once again, you're thinking about keeping those hips forward. Point up, legs down. Too often I see people rotated here. You're not going to be working where you want to be working. Here and down. So think about picking up through that rib cage. Push up, pull the legs to resist down. Push up, hold it there, pull the legs to resist down. That's it, and down. Let's go for 3, 2, and last one, hold it up there, little circles. That's it, so my core is stabilizing my upper body. I've got that hand in front to keep my hips nice and square. I'm just doing nice little circles around like an orange. Or a mango, I like mangoes. That's it, and reverse back the other direction. So I'm just resisting against that band as I come up and around that circle. That's it, let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, hold there, I'm going to bend the knee in and push out. So this is where it's harder, having that band right there. Bending it in, pushing out. Bend in, now I'm going to push it slightly more back. Bend it in, so it's going straight with my body. So if you need to, you can bend that front leg up, that might make the band a bit funny. Play around with it. Bend in, push back. Bend in, push back. That's it, let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, it's not hard. Last one, bend it in, stretch it out. Bend those legs up back, come into that nice little clam position. So I'm lined up in the back of my mat now. I've got the heavy band on. Let's see how I go. I'm going to roll those hips forward. I'm going to come out of my arm and lift here. So even if you want to, you can come here. Yeah, it's going to come here. Come here, push out of those arms. So aim here, once again. Not hips here, hips here. I push it out. I'm only coming to there because that's where my hips don't rotate. So this hand here, it's just kind of good to pop into that bit of the hip to make sure you're not rotating forward. Only come to your level where you're not going to pop those hips open. So we're really working into that side glute, strengthening your hips right here. And remember, the more we can strengthen those hips and those glute areas, the more we're going to tone that lower core area, those lower abs. And a lot of us females find really hard to get that flat lower abs. And trust me, I probably don't actually do that much lower ab work. I do a lot of glute and hip strengthening, and it really has burned that fat off for me. I haven't had an issue, even with after my 5th baby. It was definitely harder, took longer for everything to pull back in, but trust me, doing Pilates every day has totally strengthened my body, so I can still run around, jump in the tramp with the kids without wetting myself, which is a double bonus, because I'm really strengthening my pelvic floor right here. Let's go for 3, just if you want to know the information. 2, and last one, and bring it down. Whew, let's switch those legs into the middle. Before we go to the other side, let's come up into a nice little boat position. Right here is using your lower core. So if you need to, you can bring those hands down and toes down and just lean back, or pick the feet up. So from here, we're going to do a nice little hip opener too. Little ins and outs. Those poor hips are like, what are you doing to me today? That's it, you're thinking like a nice strong hips. We'll stretch them out the end. So out, in, for 3, 2, and last one, hold it here. Roll those shoulders back, inhale, exhale out, and add some core in and flip it around to the other side. So let's lengthen down on the side of that mat. So once again here, I line myself up on the back of the mat, then slightly pitch my feet forward. So I want to be in that nice strong position first. I'm going to bring this hand to stabilize me. And then I lift up, point down. So I'm working through the feet by pointing and flexing. Flex up, point down. Flex up, push against that band, point down. Push up, flex against that band. That's it. So I can really feel my side obliques. This is our side lying in Pilates. We're toning the side of the body. Lift up, point down. Lift up, point down. And challenge yourself here. You don't want to just be coming here and here. I'm trying to push and resist in that band. Now I'm going to push right up in that band and do little circles. So I'm right in that end range, like I was making you do pulses. You're holding in that top range and circling around. That's it for 3, 2, and last one, hold there, reverse back. That's it, reverse those circles back. Still stabilizing those hips, that core. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold there, bend in, straight back. So now my legs straight, my body, this leg slightly pitched forward. Bending in and back. I'm trying to keep that knee at hip height. Coming in, push back. That's it, bend it in. Whew, I can feel this one burning. That's it, let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and the last one, bend it in, straighten it out. We're going to bend those legs to the back of the mat, come into that nice little clammy. So once you dump here, lift up. Feet lined in the back of the mat. Bring your hands on your hips. Open and shut. Open and shut. That's it. Push back and in. And breathe. Up and breathe. That's it. So just open those hips up and bring them down. Opening up and down. This is a great one to do to really strengthen up those hips. I really highly recommend for women. If you've ever gone to a physio, this is often one they're going to recommend for you to do. Often at home, you can line yourself up on the back of the wall so you know you're all nicely in line and connecting. And this is just going to work wonders for you. And you can do it with a band just to add that little bit of resistance, or you can take it off. Let's go for 3. We can even hold a hand weight here if you want. 2. And the last one, bring it down. Switch yourself back into that nice little boat. I'm like way off my mat. There you go. Okay, roll the arms down here and hold. Just nice to do a little balance. That's it, can you pedal the legs out and in. That's a little seated bicycle. If you need, you can bring the hands behind. Just balance yourself, or you can challenge yourself right here. That's a little seated bicycle, pushing that band still. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it in, take that band off. You're like, yay! Let's whip that one off. Done with that. Let's come on over. Let's hop into those all fours. And just to kind of like loosen those hips up a little bit. Nice big position here. We're going to lift that leg up. Nice big circles. So it is working into that hip flexor. I'm still working that glute, but I'm kind of giving a nice release into the hips. So up and around. So I'm drawing a big circle with those hips. That's a nice big circle. No band, it's like freedom. And reverse back the other way. It's a nice little curl up and around. Up and around. That's it, curling that foot. Let's go for 3, 2, and last one. Lift it up there, hold, and down onto your all fours. Join those hands together, flex the foot, push here. It's a nice little donkey kicks right here. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm going to point the foot, connect the knees, come out to the side, in, push up. Connect the knees, fire hydrant, down, push up. So it's kind of nice because you're off your wrists. I'm still thinking about pulling that core in, and I'm working more that upper glute area. So upper side glute, upper glute, right here. So protect that lower back by pulling in. Let's go for 3. In, out, 2, and last one. Hold it up, bring it back up here. Shoot that leg nice and long. Tap to one side of the corner, up and over those little rainbows. That's it. That glute should be on fire. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. Bring it up to center. Hold it there. Opposite arm. Hold it there. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and bringing it from here. Tuck the toes under. Push into that pyramid. Walk the legs out. So now I'm trying to roll those elbows down. Roll the shoulder blades back.
inhale, exhale, lift that right leg I was just working. I'm going to bend it and open my hips. I'm trying to keep my shoulders square still. I'm just trying to open that hip flexor up. Drive through those hands. I'm going to inhale, exhale, sweep it all the way through, and that beautiful pigeon. So, I'm feeling tight, placing the neck this week. I'm feeling really tight. So this here, when you're sitting upright, it's hip flexor. Now if you need, you can add cushions. You can even do it over a bolster or over a cushion. You can sometimes feel nice and supported on those hips. So lifting up here, this might be where you feel like it today. Or you can even come down here, and this is going to start coming more into the glute. Or bring it all the way down. So I'm not that flexible, so some people's feet might be more out here, but mine's not. Too many children. Flexibility's never been my thing, but something I'm continually working on. And one day, I'll be able to do splits. So relaxing it down here, just sinking backwards. So make sure you're not rocking to that side. Bring it back around. Inhale, exhale off. Nice deep breath here. It's a nice big break before we go to that other side. Inhale in, exhale out. Roll the shoulders down, make sure that chest isn't holding any tension on your jaw. Come back on up when you're ready. A little stretch of hip, tuck those back toes, and then push it all the way back up. Roll it out into a plank position and drop the knees. We're back here. So from this position, I'm just going to flip around so you can see me when I'm talking to you. So in that nice little box position, we lift that leg out and some nice big circles around. That's it. We've done one side, we have to do the other side. So circle up, bring it around, up, and bring it around. Whew, I'm getting a sweat on, it's getting hot doing this. That's it, I hope you are too. Bring it around, so lift up, turn it out, and circle it around. Doing well. Don't forget to push through those fingers, pull the abs up. Hold it there, reverse it around, up, back, and around. So you really want that whole movement, so don't rush it. Really feel that rotation of that femur into the hip joint. Think of like a pistol in water, going around and around the bowl. So you come around, you're going to hit up there, because the glute squeeze right there. Up and around, squeezing that glute. And one more, swinging around. And hold it there. Hold it up, bring it down into that little position here. Flex the foot, little pulses up. So push through the elbows to make sure that upper body's in a nice position. Head still looking down. That's core is in. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold at the top, point the foot, connect the knees. It comes out, back, lifts back up. So now the foot's pointed, come out little fire hydrant, lift up. Cool, and that opposite glute is burning. And down. That's what you came for today. You came to strengthen those glutes up. Tone those legs. That's it. Back up, down, and lift up. Let's go for 3, 2, and last one. Lift to the side, lift it up, hold there, pull yourself back up. In that nice position, stretch the leg nice and long. Taps to one side of the mat, up and over, up and over. Nice big rainbow. Core is in. So I'm having to use my obliques to control that leg. That's it, pushing through those hands. So in Pilates, no matter what you're doing, you're using that deep abdominal core. So you're toning your abs at all times. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one, lift it up, hold there. Opposite arm, 50-50 plank. Feel that strength, push through that body. Reach through those fingers and those toes. There we go, I've got a bit more length in me there. Bring it back down, tuck those toes. Push it all the way back up, roll the shoulders underneath. Think about tail going up to the ceiling. You can walk it out if that feels good for you. Then when you're ready, we're gonna lift that leg up for that nice stretch through that calf. Bend that knee, flex the foot, open the hips. Try not to open up like this. Keep the shoulders down and come from the hips. That's a nice big stretch here. 3, push through those arms. 2, 1, point the foot. Bring it all the way around. Lengthen back of that leg. So sitting up nice and tall here so we can kind of make sure those hips are square. We've got that height in here. Inhale, sinking down. That's like a good stretch. Bring it down to those arms if you like. We'll bring it all the way down with forehead right here. And just think about squaring the hips off, relaxing the upper body, relaxing the jaw. Taking a moment for yourself right here. Inhale in, exhale out. Another nice big deep breath in. Exhale out. Come back up. Stretch it out here. That should feel good. Tuck that back toe. Push all the way back up into that nice downward dog right here. Roll the shoulder back down and away. Walk out through the feet here. I'm going to plant this feet. I'm going to walk my hands all the way back. Have a nice hang low bend and stretch. We're not finished yet. A couple more moves and you'll be done. We're just stretching off those legs. Roll all the way out. Turn yourself around. Get your big mop up here out of the way. Come sit down on here. So from here, I'm going to bring those legs out nice in front of me. I'm going to come into a nice little turned up position. I'm just going to slim those thighs down. So just leaning back here, think about that core is pulling in. Legs are turned down, and lift that leg. Lift that leg. That's it. So once you get stronger in this, which I haven't got there yet, you can put ankle weights on. But I find this a bit hard. Like, I suddenly realised that, man, my thigh is heavy. So just lifting up here, keeping the shoulders down and away. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, I'm trying to keep it turned out, there you go, 2, doesn't want to. And last one, I'm going to bend up, kick and down, bend up, kick and down. So now let's bring them into parallel, up and down, bend up, kick and down, bend up, kick and down. And one more, kick and down, up, kick and bring it down. Set yourself back up. Let's go for a nice little forward fold. Inhale, exhale. If you need to, bring your hands here or bring them down and tuck the chin under. It's funny, like at the end of the day, I can get my forehead to my knees, but at the start of the day, I really can't. It just shows you how much more flexibility and mobility kind of happens sometimes for some people during the day. Inhaling, exhaling out. Inhale in, exhale out, come a little closer down. One more nice big breath here. Reset the spine up, nice and tall. We've got length. Bring the hands back, keep that length. Turn the legs out for that first one and lift here. From that nice little turned up position, I'm lifting up. Elbows are battened down away. That's it, shoulders away from the ears, pulling in through that core. So your lower abs are working here too to help lift that leg up. Let's go for 3, 2, 1. Hold it, rotate the legs back to parallel. Comes in, kick and down. In, kick, down. In, kick, down. I think my big toes do funny things. There you go. Just checking out my feet while we're doing this. In, kick, down. 3, 1, in, kick, down. Last one, in, kick, down. Bring it down. Push through these hands, and I'm trying to get my big toes to hit the ground so he comes back. Reverse plank right here. Inhale, exhale out, and bring it down. One more time. This is strength from the glutes and using that upper body. Inhale, exhale, push here. Big toes hit the ground. Inhale, exhale out, and bring it back and down. Scoop yourself to the top of the mat. Let's roll it all the way back down. Bring ourselves back here, set ourselves up, rock that pelvis away, rib cage down. I'm going to bring those arms up, one leg at a time. I'm going to come into those little opposite taps. Just to finish off with, just getting our body all lined up for the day. This is first thing in the morning for you, or if you're heading off to bed, just getting the body in a good alignment. So we're just working through that cross-firing pattern. And so we're working through those abs. So when you're ready, you stretch nice and long. Right here, this feels good, just to lengthen it right there. Especially when you use those hip flexors lots. It's nice to lengthen them off in this position. That's so stretching through and bring it back. Let's go for 3, 2, and last one, hold it here. Draw that core in. Inhale, exhale, bring it to center, take it to the other side and hold. Think about that length. Inhale, exhale out and bring it. Come and tuck the chin, come up and hug those knees. So we'll finish off with a double leg stretch. So inhale, bring it out. Exhale, bring it in. So hug here, use the upper body. And then stretch or reach out. Those ears, biceps comes beside the ears. No further back because then my rib cage is going to lift off the ground. And bring it in. Just take it to where you can go today. Bring it out and bring it in. Bring it out. And one more time. Inhale. Exhale, hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hug it in. Rest that head down. Rock those legs side to side. Releasing off that lower spine. Let's do some nice big hip circles. We use those hip flexors lots today. So let's release off that back. And we'll rotate the other way. Inhale, exhale out. Place those legs down, put one across the other. You can just stay here for like a little push stretch there. Or you can lift the hand up. Make sure that neck doesn't do that for me. If it does, put a towel underneath. So just pulling that knee in here. Lift that leg up, flex and point. Always love some flex and pointing. Always good to work through those feet. So really flex and point out. Bring that knee down, hug them a little closer. It's nice to release off those glutes. You're going to drop that top leg and bring that down. Hug that bent one in. It's a nice hug to the chest. And one arm down and take it across and look the opposite direction. So it's just a nice little spinal twist right here. It's good for our digestive system, it's good for that spine. Inhale, exhale out, bring it back to center. Drop that leg down, you're going to bring that other one in. That one goes across that one this time, there we go. And push. Make sure you're doing the opposite leg. That's it, so pushing away. And when you're ready, we'll bring it up. This is my tighter side. Oh, there we go. We'll lift that leg up, flex and point. Flex and point. And then nice and low through those toes. And you bring that leg down, pull in a little bit more. So I'm driving with that knee to come close to my chest to get that glute and that hip to stretch off. Inhale, exhale out here. You can always pause the video and just take a bit more time in the stretches as well if you need. You never want to rush this little part at the end. Hug that knee in, roll it around to the side. That's it, for that nice stretch on the opposite side. Make sure this leg doesn't come out that far. I have to sometimes drive it back a little bit more and get that nice twist. So you're trying to get both shoulders on the ground. And sometimes you might want to put like a yoga block or a cushion on this knee so you don't have to come so far over. I quite like that position where my hips feel quite tight. And bring it back to center. Hug those knees in. I'm going to bring one hand behind one leg. It's going to help me come all the way back up. Bring it back to center and well done. I hope you enjoyed that little glute burn at the end. You just take a little moment to like release your neck off. And hopefully we'll see you tomorrow for video number 3, which is going to be a bit more cardio and full body. And yes, we'll be doing those core. Yes, the core is always going to be working. Thank you so much for joining me. Like and subscribe. Check out my YouTube channel. Check out the bands if you need some bands to add into the workout. And I hope to see you guys again. Take care.